Welcome back to another episode of Family Circle, and you may see, because he's not that hard to miss, Romello has joined us for his first ever guest appearance on Family Circle. Hello, Romello.
Hello.
You guys, Romello is the oldest sibling in the house. Romello is 21. 21?
Yeah, it's crazy.
21.
That's what I'm shy for.
Me?
Doing that shy laugh.
It's
don't
his
know what it
first
is.
ever
It's first
podcast.
time.
You're in the living room.
Yeah.
Me and your mum.
Yeah. But it's
Big deal.
it's something different. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
it's just us in the room. You know what I mean? We're having a normal conversation. There's not literally thousands of people there watching us.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I know,
Good.
it does take time
Yeah.
to get comfortable, because it's weird because you're speaking to a camera in like a more of a serious setup. Then obviously then vlogging, walking around.
I know. You should be used to being in front of the camera now.
Yeah, I'm
We're
obviously
good.
Yeah.
You didn't even say what episode it is as well.
What episode are we on?
Yeah, I think it's episode 12.
11, is it 11 or 12?
Episode 12. This
When
is.
we had because when we had the first
it's
family on, that was a 10, wasn't
definitely
it?
Episode 12.
10, and then
100%.
last, so episode 12?
Yes.
12?
And don't forget to follow us on Spotify as well, because we're over there as well.
Yes.
I'm speaking all quiet and tired and slow today, man. I feel so lethargic, man. I come to bed so late last night, man. Wasn't a good idea. Obviously, school run in the morning. But what I'm going to do, I've got to live in it.
Yeah. Nathan
you
went
get what I
out
mean?
and played some...
I went out, it's
his
funny
cousins.
because it sounds like I went out like I'm going out. Like
A night out.
hit the club or something. I went to my
Don't
cousin's
do
house
that.
and played Street Fighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
the new one, which is good, by the way.
is
It's
it?
very good.
Oh,
Yeah. Like next level good.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
But you just fight each other, Street Fighters? Or
No. Like the moves for a start. You know the special moves in that?
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
they've lost me. Speaking about
Do you
this.
remember like how the combos in that?
Yeah.
Next level. Like Ken's one is dumb. So anyways, you spent time playing that, played a bit of FIFA, and then obviously come back, check the times, 2:30.
What?
Yeah.
I was in my fifth dream by
Crazy.
that time.
Yeah.
Did you play the Switch?
Played him in the Switch, played Mario Kart as well.
Okay.
Beat him in every single game
Oh
yesterday.
my God.
Every single game.
So the only
played.
person you actually haven't played on the Switch is Mello?
Yeah, but that's not no big deal though.
No, I'm just saying though,
keep saying this.
because we have his.
You make it sound like you need
No,
some sort of
I don't mean that.
introduction.
I'm just saying.
We played Mario before, yeah. He came with all the big talk. He did all the research, looked up the best cars,
I didn't.
the best weapons, the
didn't.
shortcuts, everything, yeah. The hacks in the game, you know what I mean? He looked into the coding. He did everything, but then still lost. He come up short.
No, you're making it. You're overreacting in this.
Yeah, what happened then?
I watched a few YouTube videos.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he did his research.
I did.
Did his due
Only-
diligence.
only because I was invested in the game,
Yeah,
and I just wanted to see like
yeah.
what,
You were decent.
yeah. And
You were decent, yeah.
I'll say.
What?
Obviously, you won a few races, but I
No,
think
no.
overall, I'm just better.
No. The championship,
Yeah.
is the championship.
Yeah.
You race,
Oh,
and at
God.
the end, the person gets the gold medal.
Yeah,
and
but-
the crown.
Yeah.
So currently on my mantelpiece, I have a crown and a gold medal.
Yeah, but if we was to play,
After beating
if we
you.
was to play it again, you think
But
you'd win?
what, based off what though?
Like I
I
don't
won
know.
the last time,
Yeah, but
and I've been playing consistently.
so even still,
so-
I still like
You can think it.
Yeah, but the thing
you
is
know what I
though,
mean?
you
can
haven't played the
believe it.
new Mario
Yeah.
Mario
He
World.
played the old Mario and still lost.
In the Mario
Yeah.
World, it's insane. Obviously, we got it on the Switch too. We got it
Yeah.
for Nathan's Father's Day, and we've been playing it every evening with the kids.
Yeah, man.
And it's so
It's really
good.
You know what it is though about Mario Kart? It's obviously, don't get me wrong, you can be good at the game, but there's a limit to it because factors in the game happen that you can't control.
yeah.
So at any moment, a blue shower will just come and hit you. And obviously, that's not deciding who's the best. The only way to decide is to take off all of the thingy of the
And just race.
The weapons
Just
and just
race.
race.
Yeah.
That's the
you
only
do
way to
that?
decide. Yeah, you can do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can do that.
But
yeah.
the Rainbow Road on it, we played Rainbow Road the other day because we wait to go through all the stages. And
it's-
Lorenzo was
Mello,
playing with
it's so
Lorenzo.
good, man.
He was literally
Really
squealing
so,
like a
so,
little
so
boy
good.
the whole way
He was
around.
so
Oh my
good.
god! We're going into
Yeah,
the sky.
yeah.
Literally, yeah. He was.
It was so good.
He was literally. I feel like he's gonna shed a tear.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? Yeah, I would actually start the game until I'm back, but literally, there's only one of me, man. There's no way, I could add another thing
I
to
know.
this enterprise
No,
that we got.
definitely not.
Podcast. Meet the Greers.
Two podcasts.
90 plus 2 and this one.
Yes.
Meet the Greers.
Meet the Greers.
Which is our family vlogging channel.
Yes.
Then Texas Kid occasionally.
Every now and again.
Tiago's channel.
Tiago's channel has
That's
been
5
taken.
channels straight away.
Yeah.
It's
Tiago's channel's
impossible.
on fire.
Yeah.
On fire.
So anyways, so that's what I did last night.
Yes.
Yeah. Not much else has been going on really. I literally just had a missed call. I was on his podcast and that from Viola, you know what that is?
Oh, the bin service.
Bin people.
Oh my
I
God.
swear, it's absolutely
I think,
ridiculous,
yeah,
man. Not
you
happy, man.
have
What?
phoned and spoke to Biffa,
Yeah.
our bin service at the moment, more in the last 6 months,
Yeah.
then you phoned and probably spoke to me on the phone
probably.
in 5 years.
100%. I'm not joking, yeah. Absolute disgrace of a service. I hate coming onto these podcasts and moaning about this kind of thing, yeah. But basically, we pay extra money to have this bin service in it from Biffa. Because the council bins come, obviously, every week. And to be fair, the council that we're in is pretty good. We're not in,
very consistent.
We're not under Birmingham Council. Because a lot of people obviously in the news that in Birmingham, like the council weren't coming up and collecting the bins. So there's bin strikes. So like you're driving through Birmingham.
Weeks and weeks though.
Yeah. Even now I drive through and see
Yeah.
some parts of Birmingham you drive through and there's like literally 100 bags stacked up on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like rubbish everywhere.
Thing is, that happened at Nans, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So bins everywhere. So even prior to that, basically, because we've got such a big family, we pay for the bins to come in every week. So we have a big, massive wheelie bin. So it's probably like treble the size of a normal bin that you have from the council.
Yes.
And then we have the recycling bin as well.
They look ugly as hell out of the house. I
Massive
hate
red
the way
bins.
they look.
I know,
and they're bright red and they're metal and they're loud and you have to drag them. But because we have such a big house, we have quite a lot of waste. We was going to the tip all the time and it was so long.
I know. There's one thing I can't bear though, and it's like, do you know, like
bins.
in the bins, or you forgot to take the bins out or something, and then you can smell the bin in the kitchen or something.
But it's certain times of the year, it's more than others.
Yeah, it is. But then even like black bags down the side of the house, like when you put bins out, do you get what I'm saying? When your bin's overflowing, when it's full, your actual wheelie bin things, you don't want to put them out.
No, because obviously, like cats,
rats, mice, anything,
wolves,
foxes, anything. So anyway, so we pay for this service now. And the service is good. It's a good service.
See, I personally think it is a really good service. And we definitely need it.
Definitely a good service.
I only found out the other day how much it costs because I don't deal with any of the bills.
Yeah, so
Nathan deals with it all.
So basically, last month's bill was £300. Yeah, for the month.
See,
I'm like, yeah, but to Mello, that's going to sound like £1 million.
Yeah, but that's car insurance.
so £300. Yeah. So they come obviously every week.
Yeah.
Don't forget. The wheelie bin is probably about treble the size of a normal bin.
No, let me
get to what. Yeah, so it's massive.
Yeah.
And then they come for recycling. So they come twice a week.
They used to come once a week.
But obviously they're coming once. Basically, they're coming twice because now all of a sudden they can't take the recycling and the black bags.
Because they were just putting it all in one.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that. The government's changing rules. This is probably a boring conversation, but yeah. So then now they have to come on 2 separate days. One for recycling, one for just the general waste.
Yeah.
So they come... Technically, they come 4 times a month, innit?
Yeah.
To collect the waste.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It is usually around £260 a month.
Yes.
But for me, that £260 a month, obviously VAT you get back as well because it's a business thing.
Yes.
It's like, do you know what? It's peace of mind. We never, ever have full bins, ever. There's times when we have big things in the house, that we break on, we just throw it in that red bin.
Yeah.
We never worry about it.
It's equivalent. It's equivalent to going to the tip like twice a week, isn't it?
Definitely.
But obviously, you have to value your time, and you have to think to yourself: if I have to go to the tip, which I have to book in and get there, load the car, blah blah blah, that's going to take at least like 45 minutes to an hour.
Of course, it is.
How much could you earn in that time?
That's what I'm saying. So
I get it, but I still think it's expensive.
It is expensive. When you think about it, it is a bit expensive.
It is.
But anyways, so the service was perfectly fine. They come every single week without fail.
No
problems. Usually they used to come in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Same people.
And they'd ring the buzzer, obviously, and the electric gate opens, and then obviously they come, grab the bin from literally the front of the house, wheel it off, put the bin back and everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, all of a sudden, bit like the doorbell stops ringing, the gate stops buzzing, rather, and they come in and they're turning up, seeing that the bins are not out the front, just driving off and that. Driving off. So I'm having to phone up, and
every morning.
every week, I phone up and say they haven't collected my bins, and then they have to send out an emergency bin collection. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's a headache.
But sometimes that emergency bin doesn't come on the same day.
Yeah, sometimes
they'll
it's
come
2-3
days
after.
later.
But the problem that I have is, on the system for the bin men, they can see that they got to press a buzzer, and then obviously the gate opens and they get the bin.
Yeah.
They're not doing that.
Just like a business, when you these bin people, when they pull up to businesses, sometimes the bins are in gate, like they have to go through into the property and get the bins. It's the same. Shouldn't make a difference because this is a house. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No.
So on their system, they know that they got to press this buzzer, and then the gate will open.
Yeah.
They're not doing it.
No.
They're pulling up, seeing it's not out there.
But they're saying
and
that
then
they
they're
are.
driving
Though.
off.
They're saying that they are, but the thing is, we have video proof because obviously it's all video. It's all. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely
But yet they expect
unbelievable,
you to keep paying as normal
Yeah.
when you're not even getting the service, and it's so annoying.
It's disgraceful
because it's the amount that it costs, and then Nathan gets a message email come saying missed delivery.
And basically, when you miss a delivery service, they charge you. So I'm having to phone, every week almost without fail and saying basically they haven't collected my bins again. Like the people know my name. They know me.
No way.
So I've known that much, that this lady in this next apartment deals with me one-to-one. You know what I'm saying? So I emailed her screwing, because again, they didn't collect the bins yesterday. On Monday, sorry. They just didn't turn up at all. Didn't turn up. And then I checked the bill, or you checked the bill, and the bill was higher. It was £350.
But he took off the recycling because we don't need the recycling because we don't use it. It's always empty.
Yeah, but I took it off, but then added it back on. I'll explain that in a minute. So basically, you checked the bill was more than it should have been.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've paused the direct debit because they're not taking extra money.
Yeah.
So I phoned up today. I said, what's going on? The bill's higher. Yeah. I was like, I'm having a look. Yeah. There's an additional cost on your thing and that. Like, what for? Oh, a missed collection. So they tried to charge me, charge us for the times when they came and didn't ring the bell. Tried to charge us.
Yeah.
Add it onto the bill. So, sorry, carry on. So they missed the delivery on Monday. They just didn't turn up. Yeah. I phoned today to say, where's the collection? They say they can't basically send out another one until we pay the money for the direct debit.
I ain't paying
So
a
I
penny.
said, you know what? I'll wait and speak to Alice on Monday. When she comes
Alice,
back
look
tomorrow.
at him.
You know what I mean? She'll deal with it. You know what I mean?
Alice will do it. You got to deal with him. But you know what makes it even worse? We're talking about this, and Nathan the other day told me, he's gone, he had to phone free for something. I think it was to do with the internet, right?
The phone company.
Oh, by the way, yesterday, you couldn't phone in or phone out, but no email, no message to let you know.
The phones weren't
That was
working all day.
everybody, Nobody had it. Like,
absolutely
I seen people
crazy.
going, why's my phone not working? I pay my bill. Anyway, Nathan phoned me going, can you believe this? Listen to this, right? Phone free for this internet thing because we had to sort something out with it. And he checked because obviously we have pay-as-you-go phones, but they're out of contract now. So you have SIM only.
Pay-as-you-go phones?
Pay-as-you-go contract phones.
Contract phones.
Sorry,
Jeez.
but it's run out of contract, right? But obviously we still pay. Nathan was paying, 90 what? £4?
£94.
£94 a month,
Yeah.
just for the SIM.
Yeah. So basically, the contract's finished.
Yeah.
And obviously, the phone had been paid off ages ago. Because basically, with these phone contracts now, you pay for the phone and the SIM separately, innit?
Yeah.
So the phone was paid off ages ago. And because I didn't basically renew a contract, it reverted to a SIM only contract.
Yeah.
And they just were charging me £94 a month. And I didn't even know. Didn't even see. I didn't realise in the bank.
That's a grand and a bit.
It's an absolute fraud.
That is crazy.
So I phoned up, and I was like, oh, yeah. So basically, because you didn't tell us, we just charged you that. But what the hell?
Huh?
Yeah. Not only that, every month, I'm not lying, about 2-3 months ago, every month, on the same day, on the Monday, every new month, I'm getting an email from a credit Experian or whatever, or Equifax or something,
Yeah.
And it's telling me that I've missed a payment, a 3 payment, every single month, and it's messing my credit up.
Oh,
and that.
yeah.
So
That
I'm
ain't
thinking,
good,
what's going on? It's not the same thing. This is something different.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
my God.
So I phoned up one day, and then basically I'm like, can you tell me what contracts I've got? Because for some reason, every single month it's saying I'm missing payments. So they've gone through the contracts. Got yours,
Mine.
Lorenzo's, Sienna Soraya, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're coming out. I was like, is there anything else? He's sure there's nothing else. Oh, I can see one more. So what's this then? Basically, about 5 years ago, and I'm not lying, about 5 years ago, took out a SIM only contract. It was like £10 a month or something.
For Lorenzo,
stupid.
that was.
For Lorenzo, yeah.
Because he brought his phone cash, that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, we paid it, and we didn't cancel it. So it's been coming out the whole time. Been trying to come out because obviously it's an old bank.
Yeah.
So every single month, it's been saying that basically it's been not been paid for that whole time.
But I don't see how they can
Something so
continue
small.
the contract,
They know
even though
that
it was
the-
only a short
They know it's not
contract.
being used as well, though. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like,
Honestly,
it's just this.
they will run you
robbery, man.
quick, but they're willing to take extra, £50? He ended up putting his SIM card down to like £27, wasn't it, in the end?
£20 in the end.
£20 in the end.
£20, yeah.
So he's paid all that extra
I
money
shouldn't
for
have
no
done it. The
reason.
thing is, I shouldn't have renewed. I should have just went somewhere else. Gift gap or something. Do you know what I mean? It's trying to rob me.
I know,
in
it's
that.
Yeah,
insane.
crazy.
Disgusting.
But
man.
anyway, we're probably
Yeah.
like 20 minutes in and we've just talked about bills.
No, we're not 20 minutes
But
in,
the thing
but
is,
actually-
everyone can relate because
14
things like
minutes.
this happen all the time now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
random things pop up and you're like, what the hell? Oh, I've been paying this all this whole time.
Yeah.
The amount of things you
Disgusting.
cancelled the other day that we were paying for no
Oh,
reason.
man.
He
Madness.
Photoshop,
Yeah.
all these things that he does for obviously for YouTube,
Photoshop,
or
couldn't
like
cancel
little edit
Photoshop,
things
yeah.
and stuff that you do, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you forget to cancel like things like reading eggs and all that stuff we have for the kids.
Reading
and that.
eggs, yeah.
ABC Mouse.
Ed Place. ABC Mouse It was
Oh
like
my God.
£15 a month.
No, I forgot
I
about
paid
that.
it for like 2-3 years. I didn't even
I
know.
don't even use it.
Yeah, I got
This
like
is-
Spanish. Like, do you know what I was mad? at?
Duolingo and all that stuff.
Like, yeah, the premium version. It's coming out every month, like killing it. And then tell you what else as well.
What?
Do you know like on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Like Crunchyroll, Apple TV, Premier Sports. Like we've got all of them. I looked on Sky the other day. Man U TV's coming out.
Oh no, eh?
Yeah, do you know why? Because I booked it, for one match I wanted to watch pre-season last year.
Yeah.
Watched one game, forgot to cancel it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's
This is a note to
crazy.
you guys. Go and check your subscriptions because I guarantee you look on your phone,
Yeah,
you're paying
you
things
pay
and you're
things
like,
that you
hang on a
don't
minute,
need.
I'll
how they
pay
get
for
you.
this.
Yeah,
That's how they
tell
get you because you
it's free
forget
for a
about
month,
it.
and you forget.
You forget.
Yeah. It's disgraceful, man.
That's mad.
It really is. Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously Melo's here and we're going to talk a little bit about, obviously, his experience doing YouTube because it's a different angle because obviously you heard from Lorenzo. And obviously, Lorenzo had his channel. Romello had his channel as well. But Romello started his channel after Lorenzo.
But you still got
Yeah.
the channel. It ain't
Yeah.
got
No, he
has
still
it?
got it. But obviously,
Yeah.
Romello and his social media, I don't think you've had the straight run and the smooth
no.
journey.
You know,
that-
I would say it's true. I don't think every single person's got the character for the social media thing. I think people think you can just do it. Like everyone can just do it. I don't
Yeah.
think it's true though.
Nah.
It requires a certain mindset and character
Yeah.
and work ethic as well. And if you don't have all three of them things, you struggle on it.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%.
So you was how old when we started? I remember.
12.
Huh?
Yeah.
Was he 12?
No.
12?
Oh, I think I was 12 when
How
I started my channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. When we started this YouTube thing
we
altogether,
started-
Oh,
YouTube.
like younger than
well,
that.
Lorenzo was 6, 7, 6.
7.
You're how,
11,
how much?
I'd be 11 then.
Oh, okay. But you was in primary school still, though, innit?
Secondary school, first year.
No.
Nah,
you weren't.
when
because your
Texas
friends
Kids
knew.
started.
Remember, your friends knew in Dorrington because they used to mess around and say
Oh,
Texas Kid
so
brother
yeah, it
and
would've
shit
been,
and that.
uh,
So you was in your 6?
Yeah, 6.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
six,
yeah.
Six.
So you was 11 then, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously you featured quite heavily in Lorenzo's videos as well,
Yeah.
really, when you think about it. All the challenge
course.
videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously Lorenzo, Megan and skilling you
It's
up.
good fun though, man.
No, it was, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was funny.
I enjoyed
Like,
it.
Even now, like watch the videos back, it's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like then there's like so much pressure.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to make a fool out of yourself.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Obviously, when
yeah,
it comes
yeah.
to like the forfeit challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
You-
I was scared. I'd be honest. It's
Oh,
just
really?
Scared. Yeah.
What,
it was
to
like
lose?
Scared to lose. I just didn't want the forfeit. You know what I mean? But then, like, when you're there and you're doing
Yeah.
it and it's all
Yeah.
over, it's like that relief.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
the times when you used to say, "Oh yeah, the forfeits today."
Yeah, yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
up there in my room. I'd be panicking.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I swear. I'd be like, "Oh my God." Like the pie and stuff. Obviously, the trifle.
Yeah.
I hate trifle. I mean,
Scarred for life and trifle.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I can't. My heart be pounding,
Really?
and then I swear to God, I'm
Like
not
a pie face, that'd make you panic.
He hates cream.
Ice bucket.
No, okay, the ice bucket. I
Yeah.
feel like because it was a trend back then,
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it.
Okay.
but at the same
What
time,
about
it's
pie
like,
face.
but I don't know. It's just.
Yeah.
I think it was the fact it was a forfeit, and because I lost, it just made it worse. You
Oh,
know what
because
I mean?
yeah. He didn't always. He lost most of the time.
Most of the time,
To be
yeah.
fair, he did. The thing is, I was in there. I lost quite a bit as well.
You
I
used
ate
to
dog
lose.
food. I did.
Yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
my
Do you remember?
God, I
Yeah.
remember you ate dog food.
That
What the
football challenge,
hell?
I had
Yeah.
dog food, seeing a punch
You
in
had
the
to dye
face.
your
the boxing
hair.
glove.
You dyed
Dyed my
it.
hair pink.
And you had to dye
Yeah.
yours as well,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
That one, remember Lorenzo? He wore the tutu and that.
Oh, he had to
Yeah.
with the dress,
He wore a
remember?
tutu and that. Like, that
Is
would
that
be-
still on there
that would be
now?
acceptable. Yeah, it's still on there. Well, you wouldn't make a video like that now because that's not acceptable now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? People will probably can make a complaint. Oh, why is it a punishment? Or why is it a forfeit then? Because he's got to wear a pink dress. Yeah,
Because he's a boy and he's
Yeah,
gonna wear
I
a
know.
pink dress.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what I mean?
I know,
People
I
will
know,
say
I
that,
know.
though.
Everything's
You know what I mean?
changed.
So yeah, so you hated the forfeits and that.
You know what? It wasn't so. I was just scared.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a kid as well, innit?
Yeah.
So I feel like I had my emotions in that sense were a
Yeah.
bit more like sensitive than anything. But
Sensitive? Really?
Yeah.
I would never, you think is, I would
he's
never.
always been soft.
I know, but I would
Yeah, ain't
never have
nothing new.
guessed that you were scared
Yeah.
about doing it.
I could see it. To be
Thing
fair.
is, you always post check him
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
He's got,
What?
let me feel your heart. Let me
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
your heart.
no,
Let me feel your heart.
The thing is, you know what it is? I think because of how big the channel got.
Yeah.
Obviously, at first we were just playing football and having a forfeit.
Yeah.
But because then everyone started to watch, and then you probably were going to school and people were probably saying things as well. Like it becomes a real big
Yeah.
thing.
Did that happen?
yeah,
So-
of course.
But
I
what are
feel
people
like
saying that at school?
they'll be watching the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, like over the weekend when you upload the videos.
Yeah.
I'll come back on the Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost the forfeit. Oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, what, like, was it real? Was it fake? And I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, everything that happens is genuine. If I lost, I lost. But like, so many things. It's like over the years,
Yeah.
as we've gotten bigger and bigger, I feel like it got more. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like those people used to come up to me,
Yeah.
ask me certain things.
Like what? Like ask you like what?
They ask about like Lorenzo and stuff. Like, is he that good? Are you better than Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Just genuine
Yeah. People
questions
always
like
say that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like in terms of like me at school,
Yeah.
it did have an impact. I'd
Yeah.
say that because like I'm just a kid, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm just going to school,
Yeah.
trying to get my education, but
Yeah.
you got this on the side as well.
Yeah.
Of like kids coming up to me, you don't expect it, and
Yeah.
as a kid, it's not one of those things you're just like
Yeah.
you're born into.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's just happened over the time, innit?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So
I'll
you
be
didn't
honest.
like it then?
No, you know what it was?
Yeah.
I feel like at start I didn't know what to do.
What do you mean at the start? When you talk at the start, we're talking primary school.
Yeah, but don't forget
that's
though,
what I mean.
obviously
It's
the
not a new
next year he would have gone to secondary
Then you went
school.
to, that's what I'm saying. So
Secondary
then I can
school.
imagine
Yeah,
it might have been tough.
Yeah. Secondary
because
school.
it's and especially the school you went to as well.
Yeah.
Great Bar.
Yeah.
It's massive.
It's huge. It's one of the biggest schools in Birmingham,
It is.
isn't it?
Yeah, it was. When I was younger, that was the biggest school in England, Wales. That was.
Yeah, it's
Obviously
crazy.
now it's probably not, but it's massive.
Yeah.
So you go into school, there's millions of new kids that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And you're the young fish.
And-
yeah.
So I can imagine that was a headache.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And obviously you and then your brother obviously
Yeah.
are well known.
Yeah.
So I feel like at school it was a bit overwhelming at first because obviously going from a primary school which
Yeah.
didn't have many kids in
Yeah.
there.
And plus you knew everybody and everyone knew you already.
Yeah.
So it was,
So like I had my fair share of friends when like going into secondary school.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't ready for the amount of people that were coming up to me and speaking to me
What
about.
did they say? So when you were in the first day in that school, what happened in that?
You know what? I feel like people were shocked to see me. I'm like, oh my God, is that Romello?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like first day,
Yeah.
you're still kind of getting accustomed to stuff. And I didn't go to you know how they have like the warming things.
Yeah, the
and stuff.
induction
The
day
induction.
first.
I didn't go.
Yeah.
I just went straight to school because
Yeah.
obviously I was stuck between the two schools, wasn't I?
Would you?
I was going-
Yes, because don't forget
Yeah.
we moved.
Yeah.
Hampstead Hall is what's
No, was it
Hampstead
Ham-
Hall, yeah.
Oh,
should have
I
went to
thought
Hampstead
'cause we
Hall anyway.
moved.
Hampstead Hall.
100% should have went there.
No, it was free. Perry Beaches, Hampstead Hall, and Great Bar.
Oh, was it? I can't remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
No, actually, do you know what it was though?
What?
It's because we was living in Nuneaton. Don't forget, he looked at that farm school, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what it was. It's because we wasn't living
Oh,
in
we weren't living in
Birmingham.
Birmingham. I was horrible up there as well.
We was living in Birmingham, so we didn't know where he was going to be. We didn't know whether we was going to send him to school in Nuneaton or send him to school in Birmingham. That was a big
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
remember?
yeah,
And in the
yeah.
end, we decided to stay in Birmingham and
Yeah.
find him a school in Birmingham. It was a last minute thing, and
Yeah,
that's
it
why he
was,
ended up
yeah.
going there.
Yeah.
And then we went there, what is it, Great Bar?
Great Bar.
Got his
Great Bar.
uniform and stuff. And then the next day, Hampstead Hall phoned and said, we got a space.
And you didn't
But
wanna move
because
him.
we brought all the stuff
And what was I
and his
saying?
friends, he was like,
said
no,
to
go
go.
Hampstead
Yeah,
Hall.
Yeah, he
should
said
have
to
moved
go.
him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It was so much closer as well to get to.
Oh, the walk was crazy.
It would have been so much better for
Yeah.
you. I say it would have been better for you, but you never know.
You never know.
It would have been worse. You just don't
Yeah.
know.
Because
Do you know what I mean?
you think about it, both of the schools have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the location at Hampstead Hall,
It would have made sense.
it
Yeah.
would make sense for us, but obviously the location where it is, obviously you get loads of people from different areas at that school as
Yeah,
well,
you
innit?
do. You
Yeah.
do.
But then the Great Bar, you get schools, kids from every
Everywhere
area
as well,
because
yeah.
it's the biggest school. And any school, if you don't get into school, basically you go to that school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, basically, yeah.
But no, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like obviously because I didn't have the full years at school, I left out year 10,
Yeah, you should never have done that.
year
like.
9.
I didn't want.
But obviously that was because of
yeah.
the school, innit?
That's because
Yeah,
they
I know,
wouldn't
but
support
still
him.
though.
Remember?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I all for that. That's you. That is.
Yeah, but don't forget that time
Yeah.
with the head teacher wouldn't let
Yeah,
you
he
do the,
wouldn't- yeah,
the jobs and
she
stuff.
was a woman in it.
Yeah, and
She
they were
wouldn't let
being
him do-
really funny about it. But don't forget, the teachers were also being funny about it. Remember,
They're
they
always
kept
gonna-
saying
they're
about,
always gonna be funny, though,
well, I work as I got a degree and all this stuff. And I remember the problems that
said
we had.
that?
Remember we went into school. Remember we
Not
went
to his school.
into yeah, it happened in his school.
Yeah, I went to one of your
Parents'
things, isn't it? A
evenings?
parents' evening. Do
Yeah.
you remember?
I think so.
I think it was a woman. There's a black woman in it.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I just
yeah.
told her straight. You're not going to try and dictate to me. I've got a degree as well, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't speak to me like that. Like not like that. She wasn't being cheeky or anything.
Yeah.
Basically,
But
they
she's
just wanted him to
talking- they
conform in
talk,
it.
Yeah, as though basically what they're doing is the best thing in the world, and like there's only one way to do things in it. Like
Yeah.
you have to go to school, you have to do the GCSEs, you have to get A levels, you have to go. No, you don't. Everyone is different. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not going to try and tell me I'm in a better position than you, miles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like by miles, how can you dictate to me? Tell me.
You was in a
Can't
better
do it.
position than she was.
I know she was.
Yeah.
I know.
At
yeah.
that age,
Of course.
you were
So
making
how
more,
you telling
more
me?
money than she was a
Yeah.
year in
Yeah.
a month and a bit,
Yeah.
2 months.
I know.
And
But
they were
yet
trying
you're
to
gonna
turn
go
you
in the
down
time-
from doing
yeah,
that.
I know.
So he
Don't
had a
make sense.
campaign that was worth £15,000, which is half of your salary for the year, and you're saying he can't go and do it because he needs to go to school and get a job and be a teacher.
But the thing is, though, it's not like they're like the offer to be flexible wasn't there. Like anytime there's a job, and this is what people don't understand here. as a kid, so if Mello gets a job and he's in secondary school, we can't just say, do you know what, Mello, come then, we're taking you to this job. It don't work like that.
No, you have to get a
council
license.
has to approve it. So you need a child entertainment performance license in order to get it over the line.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, someone from the council, they'll approve it, they'll liaise with the school, they'll liaise with basically the place where you're going to go work, the company. They'll make sure all these risk factors are checked off and that. And then only once that's done, then you can do the job.
But the school have the final say, don't they?
The school have the final say. The school has to say, the head teacher has to say, yeah, you can do it, or no, you can't. But usually, when you've got a decent head teacher or a decent school, they'll be like, okay, you can do it, but the work goes home with you.
Yeah.
What's the problem then?
And the thing is,
your
attendance was good. So it wasn't like you was missing school. That's the thing. And they just wasn't having none of it. And the worst thing is the Birmingham City Council for the performance license, the lady was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
She hated the kids going to do work.
Yeah.
She was in that job to say no.
To say no, basically.
To say no.
Yeah. The one that we're in at the moment was good though.
She's really good.
She's really nice.
She's done things on the weekend.
Literally,
when she's at home. She's pushing things across the line because she knows obviously it just brings good things for the kids. It's not one of them ones where if there was overrun, like you said before, if you worked on Harry Potter, that's a whole different story. Of
course.
Do you know what I mean?
But because it's Nathan Greer and Tara doing something and it's not for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So
sometimes it was for like big companies though, like Disney and stuff.
Because it suits when it suits the person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But what's the difference?
There's no difference.
I remember the job, it was for Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was the
Nico Rosberg stuff.
No, they go to London and
went to London.
Oh, to record the advert.
Yeah, that's what it was for.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
We were up late.
Yeah, we was up late.
What was that, 2 o'clock?
We got home about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We was up about 11 o'clock in London.
It was a nighttime thing, weren't it?
Yeah, on the Thames and that.
Yeah.
Doing this shoot.
They're projecting stuff onto buildings. You think you get in trouble?
No, who got in
Not
trouble?
you, like, but the company.
Basically,
Didn't they?
the company, was it Mattel in it?
Yeah.
Mattel. So the company, they hired a company to make this advert. And basically, one of the parts of the advert, they projected a car onto some of the buildings on the Thames.
Yeah.
So we're on one of the bridges on the Thames, and they're projecting this thing. They must not have had permission.
That's what I mean.
Not, no.
And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the police come on boats and that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
and like
that,
they're shining lights to see what's going on. But they just drive off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was a slap on the wrist.
But some of the things you done though,
It was
crazy.
amazing.
Look,
man.
you raced in the car with Nico Rosberg, round Silverstone, and you had done something for his channel as well. You spoke on the channel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He signed all this stuff. You've done some major things, man.
Crazy
I know.
things.
Remember the Hot Wheels day that we went to, that car festival thing?
Oh, the car
That
fest.
was amazing.
Do you know what I mean?
Was that Goodwood?
I think it was, you know.
I think it was.
Yeah, that was sick. That was such
amazing.
a good day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
The cars there. Oh
Yeah, I know.
Obviously,
I know.
if you can tell, obviously Romello's part was cars, so obviously your channel was all car based, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it's all
it
about
was,
cars, man.
So I remember we touched on it before. We said that obviously you've been playing games from
very
yeah,
young.
too much games though. Man.
Influenced by you though, innit?
Yeah, but me, though, I know when to stop though. Yeah.
I was a kid.
You don't know,
innit?
yeah, I know, but
You know what I mean?
still, yeah, I know what you mean. But basically, you've always been onto the games, and the cars.
Yeah.
I've always been in the cars,
Yeah.
as well. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of made sense to do
Yeah.
that as a channel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think for you,
Yeah.
your channel had its decline when Dad handed over the editing to you.
Yeah.
Because obviously he taught you how to edit. He left
Do you remember the day when I was like,
Yeah, on
the
a
editing?
laptop, on
Yeah,
a laptop.
and I was showing you how to edit and that.
Yeah. And I did it. And I remember like the first few videos, the thumbnail was awful.
Yeah.
Awful. I was like doing the squares and stuff, but I wasn't like doing things correctly. And like the editing was like, it's just like looking back on it now, it's like proper choppy. But obviously because it was like my first few videos editing, that's how it's going to look.
Yeah, but that's
compared
the
to
thing
your
though.
stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, it takes time though, innit?
Yeah,
but this
it
is the
does.
thing, like when we talk about editing, like people might think, editing's easy. But we're not using CapCut though.
Yeah.
Like back then, I don't think CapCut was a thing.
Like, was
so
it?
it was just Premiere.
Yeah.
So obviously
Yeah.
you're 13,
Yeah.
learning how to 14, learning how to use Premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think you did learn though.
Yeah,
I did,
you know
yeah.
how to edit now.
And I think it was purely
Yeah.
because obviously the load of work that you were doing editing wise was
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
that obviously it was either you edit your own videos
Yeah.
or there's no
less video
videos.
goals,
Yeah.
But the thing is, at the same time, you got to teach people how to be
to
independent.
be
now.
independent because you know what it was? There was people that it was his age
Yeah.
that were doing it all themselves.
100%.
Like morgues and stuff like that, innit?
Morgues, yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
So
people that are doing it, man.
Yeah, so if the people that were doing it and you knew how to do it,
Yeah.
then you might as well just be doing it because obviously
100%.
you're setting yourself up to know to do it in the future.
Like, see, this is the mad thing for me, At the moment, it's like, I know you're not uploading on your channel, and we're not going to get into this too deep and that. but you had the skills, and I spoke about this a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
You know how to edit.
Really good level.
And you know how to make a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Level's all right. To the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? But to people that edit, probably
Yeah,
not.
probably
But
not.
it doesn't matter because most of the people that require the services don't have a clue how to edit.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? Like, do you know what I mean? You could just do something like that on the side as well. Like, this is the thing. You have skills that people don't have.
Yeah.
You know how to operate a YouTube channel. You know how YouTube works. You know how to get views. You know how to make a thumbnail. You know how to make. You know how to edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? You know what cameras should be used. You know everything about YouTube.
Yeah.
That's invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you
then
know what I mean?
obviously this is the whole point. Obviously, this conversation is the fact that obviously social media isn't for everybody. And Romello
Yeah,
did
but
take
that's
a
not
break.
social media, though.
No, I'm saying Romello
Yeah.
did take a break and went out and worked.
Yeah, I know.
He went and got jobs.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
That's
and
good though.
that's just goes to show that for us as parents, you can sugarcoat and like be like, oh no, it's okay, we provide for you. Like, obviously, Romello had his share. He had a car brought for his birthday, and he had his insurance paid for a good few years or whatever.
Yeah.
We made sure that obviously
Do you know what?
did get.
Can I quickly jump in with that car thing as well? Because do you know how many people, and it irritates me, say, oh, flipping. I remember like Lorenzo's birthday video. Was it the last one or was it Christmas? I can't remember. But Lorenzo got something for Christmas. I think it might have been that that portable PC thing he's got.
Oh yeah.
What's
the
it
Steam
called?
Deck.
The Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously it was your birthday or something.
Yeah.
And obviously you got less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously less value.
Yeah.
Obviously you are a big man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, it's not fair. Listen, you had a car. Just so you know, he had a car for his 17th birthday before he passed his test. That was 24 grand.
28.
Yeah.
Was it 28?
Yeah.
For 28 grand. Insurance paid for, tax paid for, everything paid for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Driving lessons paid for. I went out, remember as well, me and you were out in the car.
Yeah, that was so much fun, man.
Driving. Teach me how to drive.
Yeah.
You can never say that.
The thing is, we
It's
always go back to it.
absolutely
What we
crazy.
spend on the kids,
Yeah.
there's a reason why we do certain things. There's a
Yeah.
reason why things are spent at certain times. There's a reason why the twins at 14 had an amount spent on them, knowing that soon they're going to be 15, the amount's going to get higher, 16's the amount's going to get higher, 17, 18, and then once they hit 18,
Yeah, it starts to decline.
it starts to decline because at 18, you should be at a level where you don't expect big things from your parents anyway.
yeah,
You should be
of
making your
course.
own money on the
100%.
side.
Yeah.
And all those years from 1 to 18, you've had a
Why
good.
is that door keep banging?
It's still, I think, sorry,
The
it's
wind.
because
That
the
is doing my
wind.
absolute
If I
head in, that
open
is.
it, I feel like it's going to swing
No,
open.
no, don't do that.
But
Yeah.
so we know what we're doing. We manage our money a certain way. All the kids over the years will have had the same amount of value of things. Don't forget, Romello was older when we started YouTube. So when he was getting things for his birthday, when he was like 12, 13, 14, he was getting good, big things.
Yeah.
That obviously the kids were younger, Sienna, Soraya, Tiago, whatever, were getting like plastic toys. Do you know what I mean? There's a
But they love
difference.
that though, innit?
I know,
They
that's
love
what I'm
that.
saying. Yeah,
But I'm
yeah, they
saying,
did.
remember your Christmases and stuff?
Yeah, the PC?
presents that we used. You
PC.
obviously
With
with the
the steel
Greers.
wheels and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
oh man.
There was sometimes when Romello would get way more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Purely
I know.
because he was into certain things at certain times.
Easy
And
to
obviously,
buy for.
yeah, certain
And
things.
Lorenzo's easy to buy for.
Lorenzo
Back then.
is easy
Back
to
then,
buy
not
for.
Now it's not. I don't think he's now.
Now he is certain things. It's just
Yeah.
like it's either something a big technology item and then it's clothes
Yeah.
or trainers or whatnot.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
nice. But yeah, so obviously Romello went out and got a job. And I feel like as parents for us, you can either sit and do work here and obviously upload and whatnot. But if you're not going to be doing that, then the only option is go out, get a job and earn money that way. We're
that's
not going to
gotta be done.
carry nobody in the house.
Yeah.
And that goes for every single one of the kids. They all know that. And obviously Romello being the oldest, he had to experience that first.
Yeah.
And it was either
Standard.
do YouTube,
Yeah.
which at the moment, at that time then, you weren't really feeling and doing it, become a bit of a pressure and a bit of a stress for
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
which you can be honest and
Yeah,
say
it's
it
true,
was,
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
And he was going to college and stuff, and he just wanted to probably just do norm and be norm.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like you say, social media isn't for everybody.
Yeah. But you don't have, I'm saying it doesn't have to be social media though.
No?
Yeah, I mean, you can work.
Yeah.
You can go to college. You
Yeah.
can go to university.
You can be a plumber,
start
a
your own
builder,
business.
electrician, you can be
There's
anything.
millions of things
Yeah.
you can do.
It's
True.
just
Do you know what
just
I mean?
knowing
But
that
nothing now.
No, nothing. And that
what I mean?
don't fly in this house.
Yeah,
There's-
but the thing is though, you got to clear that up because like this, again, Meet the Greers videos. Anytime, yeah, and I think I know the reason why you get these comments, yeah, because kids or young people that watch Meet the Greers, our vlog channel, maybe their parents let them do whatever they want to do, or
Different
they don't
strokes for different
Yeah,
folks.
they don't like they struggle to hear discipline.
Yeah.
So because I'm speak like this, I'm probably big and I'm black and all that stuff. Yeah,
You ain't that big, but
dreads and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll come across as
stern, strict.
But yeah, let it be that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I am that.
Yeah.
I am 100% that. Because obviously, if you don't have that, in my opinion, yeah, like a bit of both. I'm not like this all with the discipline. I turn that on.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm laughing and joking.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest joker now. I'm so childish.
It gets
Most of the
annoying
time.
at times.
Innit? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But obviously, but when it's discipline time and serious time, then it's serious time,
that's
innit?
true.
So
Yeah.
like, I used to say things like, okay then, Mello, if you ain't doing nothing, then basically you have to go out and go find a job. You ain't sitting around the house doing nothing.
Yeah.
I just say that in vlogs all the time. The people be in the comment section like, leave him alone. That's not fair. Of course it's flipping fair.
Yeah.
Man's gonna be 22.
Yeah.
Thing is, looking back on it, yeah, probably then you probably thinking, God, but now you can probably see it as being older.
Yeah.
Do you understand the reason
Listen,
as to
As
why?
soon as you turn 18, for any person watching, if you turn 18, you're not doing nothing and you're sitting around the house. I'm not saying Melo's doing that. And you're sitting around the house, then you have the right, your parents have the right to moan at you like crazy.
Yeah. Mhm.
You can't sit around doing nothing. Like, I can't take that.
No.
That's
Even
true.
even Bog, who's just finished his GCSEs,
Yeah.
if he gets up late and that, I hate it.
Yeah.
I have to go on and say
Do you know what
something.
it is? Because it sets the tone for your life.
It does,
I feel
100%.
like if you come out of school and you think, oh, I've like finished and whatever, or college or whatnot, and you've got no job or no prospects, but you're just going to chill at home and just probably be in your room and what. If you're not doing anything to better yourself, your parents are doing you a disservice by allowing you to do that.
100%.
Because what's
Yeah,
going to happen
definitely.
when you're 21, 22, when you have your own responsibilities, and then when your parents ain't here,
Yeah, no,
because
yeah,
it happens,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? It
Of course it does.
happens, then you can't survive. How you meant to survive? How you meant to know what's right and wrong? And then also how you meant to set the same example when you do have kids yourself
Yeah,
to
it's
follow
true.
from. Obviously, your kids follow from you. Do you know what I mean? And if you set in an example a certain way, or you let your kids do certain things a certain way, that's always going to be them, and that's going to be the same for their kids. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
for us, I feel like we have the good balance of making sure that our kids are not going to be nothing and nobodies, and then also still being there as a parent. And I think
Yeah,
that's the thing,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's knowing that you still raise your kids, but you raise your kids your way
Yeah,
is the way you
definitely.
want to raise them, innit?
Yeah.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like for you, we've always been kind of, obviously with you being the oldest, it's kind of like, you're not the trial run, but like, it's one of the ones where it's like, you have to kind of manage how you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's true.
You need to be disciplined and told, obviously you can't be sitting around doing nothing, but
Yeah.
then you also need to make sure that you're making them not rush and do something that they end up going, oh, this is not what I should have done because I've rushed and been pushed into doing it.
Bit of both, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's finding the good
with-
balance.
for me, even the rushed thing, because you can be rushed into something. Like I could be like, say if you was living here, because obviously
Yeah.
Mel doesn't live here at the moment, and if you weren't doing anything, I could be putting a whole heap of pressure. Like, nah, you have to find a job. Like, oh, go out and go and find a job. Go and give out some CVs. People still do that. Give out CVs and that. They hand them out and that still.
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue.
I don't know, but
I didn't do it. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
And you could find a job and
Yeah.
you could hate it, but then that would be your learning experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hopefully will be motivated to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
So the rushing thing does work in my opinion.
No, I get it.
Because you need to have that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you need to see what's out there, you know what I mean, and see if you do something. Sometimes you might stumble across something, then you end up enjoying it. Obviously, Romello, you done balloting, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So you worked for BMW and worked for Land Rover Jaguar.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
different companies.
Yeah.
And obviously, you enjoy doing that.
Yeah, I did,
Yeah, but I bet there's good and bad though.
yeah,
With everything.
Yeah,
Which is
of
good, but it's
course.
learning, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like when you go out to work for other people, like
Yeah.
you get some characters in it, man.
Oh man,
Like people that think they're up there and that.
yeah. It's like it's fun, the funny thing is, it's like I feel like in like our circumstance,
Yeah.
like when they'd speak,
Yeah.
it's like they don't know.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
don't,
mean?
this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I can
It's like
imagine.
in my mind, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
you don't know really.
Yeah, because they're just treating you like just because you're balloting and that, like, like you're less.
It's
but-
like it feels
Mad.
like a secret camera.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like just see how things are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
People
That's what I'm
would-
saying.
People would
Because
realize.
that's how people think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Because then your parents drive in or to go get the car washed and you're
Yeah.
turning up in your
Yeah,
car.
no,
Do you know
no,
what I mean?
no.
Like,
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It's like
Yeah.
it's funny because like the next day at work, so you got your car clean,
Yeah.
and obviously the technicians came down and they all saw thingy. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends said, "Oh, the car's nice."
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
thingy.
yeah.
Then the next day, loads of people started speaking to me more. It's
Oh
like,
my
it's like,
God.
what did
This
your
is what I
dad
mean.
do?
Oh, serious?
Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they probably think that why would you be working here?
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do
but
with it,
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to make sure that it's easy for people to go around, but you drive this and you live in a big house and you make this what X, Y, Z. But yes, but you still have to set an example for your kids to have the same work
100%.
ethic because money don't last forever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to go and be self-sufficient on your own. Do you know what I mean? If you still do have things, we still, I mean, like you still, it's not that, but you still have to be able to do it yourself.
Yeah,
you have no thingy in it, motivation.
Yeah.
And so what is it? Is it nepo babies? That's what they called it. Like,
I don't know what that is.
I learned literally this term the other day. Nepo babies, you know, like famous people that have kids.
But
their kids just do nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they live off that whole parents. I live off my parents kind of thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, people are saying that generation is so. Like it's not normal to do that. You live off, but how long can you live off your parents' curtain tails, whatever the term is, before you have nothing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They live off the success of their parents, hoping it's going to push them forward in their life. So for some people, it will work. For some people, it won't.
But some parents, the really rich ones, they just be like, do you know what? I'm not leaving this money to you.
Yeah.
They do that?
Yeah.
Like, who said this?
Something happened the other day.
Loads of big celebrities do that.
And they said they're not leaving their kids any of it.
Like Bill Gates.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan as well.
Yeah.
Bill Gates said he's only leaving his daughter like 10 million and then like the rest is going somewhere else or something stupid like that.
But the thing is...
But almost 100 billionaire.
Exactly. And he has that mentality, knowing that the fact that obviously you can't just always expect to have things because your parents or your family have things growing up. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like obviously for you in that circumstance, people probably didn't realise that if you didn't have to work, if we didn't want you to work, you didn't have to work.
Yeah.
But as parents, we want to make sure that you know that you work for your money. Do you know what I mean?
And gain experience.
And then maybe
you could obviously get some experience and do your own thing.
Yeah.
But without it, you're never going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like actually some people when I speak to them and I tell them, they say that you have good parents because it's like it's humbling. That's what they say. It's a humble thing. They're saying like you don't have to work, but yet your parents are telling you to work to kind of get that experience in the workforce to see how it is.
Yeah, it's cool.
Obviously. So people do say that.
Yeah,
it's not always negative.
No, I think it's because obviously you forget that obviously we didn't have everything. Yeah, and you were in it when we didn't have anything. Do you know what I mean? If anyone's gonna know like what it was like to live when we wasn't YouTube and we didn't have all this money, whatever, it would be Romello because obviously he'd been through it for all those years, and obviously, like I say, he was in year 6 by the time we started YouTube. The money didn't really start coming in for a good year or so. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, he's been there. He knows what it's like to walk to the shops, walk up and down because there's no car, walking through the park to go to one stop to get stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
but was it fun?
No, it's fun. It's like character building, isn't it?
This is what I'm saying. The thing is, we didn't know nothing different though.
Yeah.
But it was really
days
fun.
out was spent at the park.
I said this before, like you appreciate everything more. Christmas was better because we couldn't afford to buy things during the year.
Yeah.
So when it was Christmas, it was extra special.
Looking forward to it.
Do you know what I
Ben
mean?
10 costumes and Ben 10 watches.
We got the
PlayStation
the Nintendo
4.
Wii. Was living in the flat, remember?
Yeah.
Was living in the flat.
Yes.
And we got the Nintendo Wii the first time. And I was playing bowling and that. How cool was that?
Lorenzo
was a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was playing Mario Kart and that.
I feel like you miss those old times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not going to be the same.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Money doesn't make no difference.
Yeah.
At all.
I think the memories that we had, obviously, and the things that we had, obviously, remember your kick car and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, things that we used to do. That we used to, like I say, going to the park was a day out.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
We'd spend hours there. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Couldn't do that now. They could be like, I'm bored. What's this? Where we go? Do you know what I mean? It's weird, but for you, they're probably most core memories that's been spent doing stuff when we didn't have money.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? To go into Disneyland and all that stuff, and it's nice and whatever, but the thing sometimes it's just at home. Like we played the Switch the other day, and the feeling is different. No, I'm saying, do you know when we played the Switch the other day, and everyone's in the living room, everyone's around each other, everyone's laughing and joking.
Yeah.
Some people are upset because they're coming 15th or whatever, but they're the moments for me where I look around and I think to myself, I wouldn't trade this feeling for any amount of money.
That's why it's like COVID. I know it sounds negative.
We spent so much time together.
Good, innit?
Yeah, it was,
Because obviously all we did was play games every day. The weather was nice, but it was fun.
It was
every
so
day.
fun.
You know what I'm saying?
It was,
We was doing mad things.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like everyone was out in the garden, like going out to the shops was like a big whole experience. Remember that time we got the KFC hack and that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the KFC. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
We ordered it through delivery, but went and collected it. Remember?
Yeah,
So it was one of the ones. It was good though.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes, obviously, growing up, and you, especially you, obviously saying having the whole separate, you've had a good. So half of your life was spent normal, and half of your life has been spent in the spotlight.
Yeah. It's
which obviously because you're different ages.
People don't bother you now. Do people bother you now though?
I feel like when I go out in public,
like when, like, give me an
you
example.
know what it is? Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm starting to get recognised more.
Yeah, than it was before.
Than I was before.
Because of TikTok.
It's TikTok, you know.
Obviously, you have you with your you do TikToks, and obviously it only takes a TikTok to go over like 200,000. It's like everyone knows who you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah.
But it's like now people will because I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
I just know when people recognize
you know it. Yeah.
It's just that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, but they won't come up to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I can hear them still speaking.
Why do people do that?
I don't.
I think it's shy.
Yeah.
Some people feel like they don't want to approach people because they feel like, oh, what if they turn around and say and ignore me?
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit more of like that kind of vibe.
Or sometimes they probably just don't want to come to you anyway. They just acknowledge they know it's you. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That can happen as well.
Yeah, but it's
but people bother you then.
They don't bother me, like not in a bad way. It's just like I feel like because I like back then never used to get like caught, not caught. What's the word? I forgot what the word is. Get spotted.
Yeah.
Thingy.
Hang on, wait a sec. You never used to get spotted.
No,
What do you mean?
no, I'm not saying never, but I'm saying like
because he wasn't out and about.
I wasn't out and about.
Oh, because you're never about. Yeah.
So like, it just felt weird. You know what I mean? But no, I'm just used to it now, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad knows your location the whole time, you know that, innit?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Send him.
Yeah, that is probably
I spotted Mello. Mello's here or Mello's there. Mello's at this. Why is Mello at this game? Or why is I'm pretty sure it's a Mello.
Do you know what? I've got like a fan club in it. So basically,
spotters.
they tell me where Mello's location. So I think like years ago on a YouTube video for a joke, I was like, if you see Mello, make sure you let me know where he is.
That's not
and
stopped.
now, people always tell me where you are.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're up to, who you with. Sometimes I see her, I've messaged Mello and that.
Yeah.
Like, where are you and that? See what he's going to say. And he lies, you know.
No, the funny thing is,
he lies.
Nah. The funny thing is, it's like he'll have that tone in his voice when you call me. I know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Or something's up.
Yeah.
Because you'll have that tone. You get really high.
No, but the thing is though, sometimes I just message you and be like, yeah, Mello, where are you? Or I phone you and be like, yeah, where are you in that? Have you not noticed? I was like,
That's what he's saying, he knows.
Yeah. But the thing is, it ain't none of my business where you are.
Yeah.
But I just know he makes you uncomfortable. And it's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how people still do that, you know?
Yeah.
But what would you say about your experience of social media? What would you say the pros and cons for you?
I feel the pros and cons. The pros are definitely like the experience of it all, because obviously growing up into it, obviously things changed over the years. It's gotten like some of the things that we were able to do, like the Wembley thing and stuff.
Oh, the Wembley thing, yeah. We went to play that Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had your own team.
Yeah,
and Lorenzo had his own team.
Yeah.
And he played against each other. That was unbelievable.
In England
team
kits.
won.
In England kits, in the changing rooms.
Yeah.
And you like
I think that won. That win for you, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All them forfeit challenges and all that,
That's what I'm saying.
It nullified them, you know.
Bad.
Yeah, it nullified them.
Because that's what I'm saying. The forfeit challenge, don't get me wrong, I get it. But obviously, it's a bit of both. It's good and bad, because obviously, with that still comes you being able to do all these other things in it.
Yeah.
And they only can happen really.
That Nike, remember that Nike event when you went to and you like walked into? Oh, I wasn't there because I think I was pregnant with. I was pregnant with Martiago.
It was Dave.
And you went to the hotel.
Oh, Dave. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Hilton thing.
Yeah. And going in
Dave
and
was
all
performing
that
and
whole the bed covered
I
in
didn't even know who
products.
Dave was then, though. You know.
Me neither.
Do you know what I mean? That was like his first couple times. Everyone else knew who he was, but not me. I didn't know. You know what I mean?
The music guy as well for you. Music
guy.
guy.
Yeah. I was sick.
But so all that stuff and that. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I feel the cons. I feel like sometimes, not all the time, I feel like you just miss being a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we used to I used to go from school.
Yeah.
Used to pick me up.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
Play in the garden.
Yeah.
And then be recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then sometimes, obviously, as a kid, it's one of those things that sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah, but not all the time though.
Not all the time.
Because obviously Lorenzo was at academy then.
Yeah.
So often that didn't happen.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, basic thing here, on a free day, sometimes we record.
Yeah.
We go in the garden.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, what we did used to do is we'd go straight to goals probably.
After school.
And record quick time and get it done. But a lot of the time still, I think Lorenzo was doing twice a week then. Twice or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So that's 3 days gone straight away. I'm trying to think, and didn't you train as well? You trained as well in the day?
You played football.
You was playing with North
Birmingham Celtic.
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about that.
This is the thing. Yeah. So I hear you. Obviously, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the recording does get in the way, but that's the YouTube family, innit?
Yeah.
But still, I think you're missing out a lot of stuff that actually did happen.
Yeah.
You played football as well because you went to train at Broadway and you went to train by Alexander Stadium. Remember, every week. At some stage, remember James did it twice a week and I Texas one sessions. So it's twice a week used to do that. Obviously, Lorenzo had his football as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as you got older, obviously, you started to do your basketball and stuff like that.
That was fun.
The recording, even recording now, like we're recording for Meet the Greers, it's like sometimes like, oh my God, today I just don't want to record.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It has to be done.
Yeah, but I get it though. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I get it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to chill and it's like, oh God, I got to play football for half an hour, 45 minutes, just want to chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It's just
I get it.
standard.
Yeah. Anything else?
So cons, keep going with the cons then.
There's not many cons, to be fair.
Of course there is, man.
There's not.
What about obviously if it more of like people must have said negative things sometimes.
What, like just saying things? I feel like
people always seem like they want to compare you and Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Like I even see it now. Like I'll scroll on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'll see like comparisons. But it's usually dumb ones like football comparisons. Though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
For you, was never with football. For you, it was more of a leisure, wasn't it? More of a hobby. You never wanted to be a professional footballer, did you?
You know what it was? I feel like I was playing because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But obviously it got to a point where like the skill bar was just there. It wasn't getting anywhere. And then obviously you just come to realize it's not worth it. It's not
I think for everyone obviously is totally different, and I think with you, like I say, like you and like maybe like Saraya and stuff.
Yeah,
play football because you enjoy playing it. You play it for just being around people and that. You don't play it because you need to win.
Yeah, I think sometimes you're playing it to please us, Ado. I think you're playing it because it's the thing that's done. And Saraya, because it's the thing that's done in this house.
Yeah.
Everyone plays football, more or less. You know what I'm trying to say? It's always about football. So it's like you're doing it because...
No, I don't know though, because Mello started playing football before YouTube. Because he was playing for Cadbury's.
Was he playing for himself? If I wasn't into football and I didn't take him to Cadbury's the first time, take him on the bus and 2 buses in the morning, would he ever kick the ball? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just one of the ones that's not football like that.
Yeah.
Does he watch football matches?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
You know what I did enjoy?
What?
And this was before YouTube, was the go-karting.
Oh, go-karting.
That I wanted to win.
You rarely did it though.
No, every Thursday?
Who went every Thursday?
Did we not go every Thursday?
Who?
Do you remember? It was in Warsaw. The thing.
Oh, yeah, the electric
okay, yeah. I remember in the baby cars though.
No, he wasn't baby cars.
He was in the faster
that was
one.
Lorenzo.
It wasn't an adult's car though. It was just before the adult's car.
It wasn't, they had electric ones, kids ones, and then normal. Yeah.
You liked doing that?
I love that.
We didn't do it for that long though.
For him, it probably felt like years.
Felt like ages.
But it was like 2-3 weeks.
Was it?
Yeah, trust me.
Was it really?
Oh my
God. It
wasn't long.
It was
because you've always been into cars, but obviously them kind of hobbies then. Expensive. Do you know what I mean? And it was like £40 per time going, and that £40 for us was like sometimes that was like over half a week's shopping. You know what I mean?
It's expensive, man.
So it was expensive. So it's something we could do in like, because obviously because you like to drive in cars and you say, I'm just getting into cars and stuff because you start from young and that.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a mad hobby where it costs a lot of money. Obviously, if it was a different story, if you would have had money then, I think you probably could have pursued it more. Because now that's something that you enjoy and you'd probably like to get into. And it does go. You do it in your spare time as well when you can.
Do you though?
Like we goes go-karting and enters competitions.
I can bring it up on my phone.
I keep saying this. Do you know? We've got to address this because the other day was we in a podcast or was we in a Meet the Greers video? Your mum basically was making it seem like you could go pro like next week. Like,
I didn't say it like that.
You did.
I was just saying that.
I was trying to say.
I was just saying that I feel like if he was to do something consistently doing it,
no,
because you're good on a fluke.
Like. This is a hobby. This is not real.
No, I know, but
so
I always say you just never know.
I'm not saying that. But you're 21.
Yeah.
There's people. This is what I mean. Yeah. It's like football. There's levels.
Yeah.
Trust me, and you know, man.
I do,
There's people that are Tiago and Marcelo's age 5 and 6. That are in go-karts. Big people go-karts probably. Driving around and know all the angles. They go around the country doing it probably every day. Yeah. you can't, have be it as a hobby, at 21 and think, you know what, I'm going pro because I'm going to be good enough. You won't be.
You know what?
Trust me.
You know what it is? I feel like I do. I feel like I have the talent there of the driver. That
you good.
The thing is,
you should imagine that. Why don't you do that?
You ain't seen me.
No, Mello, you can't. I'm not saying to the normal person. You beat us, like me and normal people, and people that are half decent. But real people that do every day, though.
Do you remember the thing here? I had that championship that I got into, but I completely forgot to do it because.
But this is what I'm saying.
No.
I'm gonna say.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about.
No.
This is what I'm talking about.
The email went into my spam. Who checks their spam?
I would if I know it's coming up. I check my spam. I would, yeah.
I didn't. I just didn't know.
So you missed it.
No. So basically, you had to get a time in it, and I got within the time.
You got it within the time, yeah. Hang on. What is this go-kart? Where did it start? Give us more information about the go-kart.
Okay. So obviously the team sport.
Yeah. Okay.
In Oldbury.
In Oldbury. Yeah.
And obviously they do I think it's like once every year.
Yeah.
It's like a big thing where like everyone from the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
They get into the race.
Yeah,
and obviously
yeah.
you have to do a time.
Yeah.
And obviously if you get within the time, you're selected.
Yeah.
But obviously it's only a certain amount of people. So if people set higher times, you've got to set higher time.
Then you've got to set higher time as well.
And obviously I got into it.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for the email, but I didn't know like when it was going on.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously I've went there just to go do go-karting and realise it was going on.
Oh, it was there on.
And it was there on. Do you remember
at the time?
I phoned you.
He did, yeah.
And then I was like, the one was like, I can't do it. My spot has been taken by somebody else.
Idiot, man.
Because it's like it should be in your emails, and I've checked.
But you didn't obviously.
And it wasn't in there, and I did confirm that I'm going to partake in the race. So they gave my spot to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't do it.
No, I hear ya.
But I feel like I would have had a chance of winning that.
What makes you think that though?
You know why? Because some of the people that were there in the race.
How many people in the race?
I think it's like 16.
Okay, how many people did you know?
I knew about 7 of them.
Okay, so what about the other? You know what I mean?
Over
9.
You know what? I just felt confident in myself.
Yeah, I'm not saying. The thing is,
I mean?
I feel like this is what I mean. I feel like 2 G63s around Silverstone. I'll give Lewis Hamilton a good race.
You couldn't.
No, I couldn't. But I believe that though.
But you know what?
But this is what I'm saying. It don't matter what you believe. It ain't gonna happen though.
The one thing as well.
Yeah.
I went to that Daytona racing.
Yeah.
First time on that track.
Yeah.
First time in a faster car.
Yeah.
I'm on the wall.
It's decent. It's good.
On a time.
It's good. I'm not. Thing is, you know what it is, everyone's gonna watch
saying,
this.
David, you're such a
and they're gonna be like,
destroying the
"You're a
boys'
hater."
dreams,
I'm
man.
not. I'm just a person that I'm real.
He's a realist.
Like, I know
Realist,
this.
yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I watch it. Like, I'll compare it to football. The amount of football I've watched, over the years. I've watched so much football, academy football, kids playing football. I've seen little kids playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, now Thiago's going to like these training sessions. He's got to tonight, actually. And there's little kids and I can see what they're doing and that at like 7, 8 years old. Like mad fast footwork. But I've seen so much football through Lorenzo. And I've seen what it takes. I've seen good kids. I've seen kids that have been amazing. I've seen them fall off. I've seen so much, So I'm just giving you this example. I know in my head what it kind of would take in order to get far in football.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough idea. Along with the right mentality, do you know what I'm trying to say? The right genetics, like being, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Strong and fast and being fit and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when I go online sometimes and I see people, like they might have put up a YouTube video or TikTok, most of the time TikTok, and people in the comment section would be something like, you should go pro. Or it could be something dumb like, basically, no, I'm better than that person. I'm better than him. I'll be better than that person in the championship or something. I would have scored that. I would have done this. I see it and I'm thinking, you lot have absolute, because you believe it.
I get what you mean though.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You believe it, but really.
The amount of comments that happens with the Lorenzo stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
people
all
say
the time.
like,
it's
what
just
that's
absolutely
like, and I'm
ridiculous.
thinking, you just don't have a clue.
Yeah, and I'm not saying obviously like with the Lorenzo comparison, like loads of people say and Lorenzo, I'll be like, I'm better than Lorenzo. Like I'll beat him in a 1v1 and that stuff. I'm not saying he wouldn't lose in a 1v1. I know over the years, because I've seen
If you're back in one horse.
hundreds of kids coming who have been the best in their grassroots teams in the JPL and whatnot, banging in goals. They've been the best defender, best midfielder.
Scored 75 goals this season. Going to the academy, scored 4.
They come into academy, and they look like they can't do anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So I know basically that the chances are you're not though. So you can say it, but he'd beat him most of the time, innit?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying he can't lose. Of course he can lose. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But 99.9% of you like commenting that are playing grassroots football, you're not better than him. I'm sorry. You're just not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And you wouldn't beat him. You're not faster than him probably on the pitch. You don't have a better touch than him.
Yeah.
Like he's
Mentality is totally different.
Football IQ is
yeah. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is, based on these professions, there are levels at tennis.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like tennis, there's such small margins in tennis.
Yeah.
And in racing as well.
Yeah.
It's some tiny margins. So even though you could be up there, like the next level though, it might be a split second, 2 split seconds. The consistency.
Yeah.
People are ridiculous. You know this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Not taking away, obviously, your ability to drive go-kart, because I know you are good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But when I'm saying, you said to me the other day, do you know what? Maybe go pro in that. I'm going pro.
No, but I'm saying there's different levels, like not like F1 race. I'm talking there's different kind of races. There's loads of different kind of
you got
there's loads
millions
in
of
there.
people. Even all them people that are in them,
Yeah.
they still have, most of them have had
No,
experience.
but all I was
the way
saying
through.
was, I feel like it would be a good idea, if he was to put himself and do his licensing.
I was the first person to say to you,
You was,
when
yeah.
you turned 17, I've sent you a load of things,
Yeah.
to say, look, Mal, do these licenses from then.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not the hater, because I was the person that was
No, I
pushing
know,
it.
yeah.
it's true.
You're just real in
Do
the
you get what I'm trying to
situation
say?
where it's
I'm
like,
just really real in the situation.
don't
I'm
live,
not naive.
don't live in a dream, in dreamland, and it.
Yeah, obviously,
you have
I'm
to have
not
a bit
saying
of
it can't be
both.
done, but you got to know.
Yeah.
Not to you, because you know.
Yeah.
You know. You must have come up against someone on track before, and you just know, obviously.
You know what it was? I do remember.
Yeah.
But the guy was just younger and lighter.
Oh, serious as well.
Yeah, so-
that's what I mean.
so,
It's
like,
all the dumb things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all the factors.
Look at the F1 drivers. Look how they look.
Yeah, obviously.
You're 6'4".
I won't be able to get an F1 car. I know that for a fact.
Probably not, but you know what I mean?
But I know, like, what's that movie called?
What movie?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo movie, yeah.
That's a real thing,
Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Like, it's a
He's
real
from
thing.
Bristol.
Yeah, but he's about one in a billion.
Wales or
Yeah.
He's
something
one
like
in
that.
a billion. Come on, let's be real. He's
know,
one
yeah.
in a billion. Like, do you know what I mean? If you was to jump on Gran Turismo online now,
Yeah.
and there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people
yeah.
taking part,
Yeah.
these are sweats.
Yeah.
They play all day long, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
nah.
They eat, sleep. Do you know what I mean? Dreaming.
Yeah, but I feel like you can always use
Yeah.
that experience you have
Yeah.
on sim racing
Yeah, you
behind
can.
a real world. Because
I
I
know.
feel like
Yeah.
if I was to get in a drift car,
Yeah.
I could drift it. That's what I'd think.
Yeah, but you probably could. You
Yeah.
could. Yeah, you could drift it.
Yeah.
But would you be able to do it the best though?
Probably not, no. But
this is what I'm
I
saying,
feel
though.
like over time, though.
Yeah, I
once
know,
you
but
you get the experience in it.
Of course, you can.
Yeah.
What
Move
about
to
everyone-
Japan.
What about everybody
Learn
else?
how to drift.
What about everybody else over time? They get better as either, than it.
Yeah, but I feel like because I'd have
Yeah.
that talent there from before.
But what about everybody else that practices online and does it in their house in Sims?
Yeah.
That are playing it right
But
now.
they have them simulators that are real and they move. Remember all that stuff?
Yeah, the people that have all that. But
On the
all
rig
them
stuff.
people, them hundreds of thousands of people around the
Yeah.
world that have that. It's not just
It's
you.
thing
Yeah.
is, it's good in life to have a desire or like a
And you
belief
can do it, though. The
and
thing
a
is, what I'm saying is,
self-belief.
though,
It's just
you
having also
can-
having that kind of like
Yeah.
backup in your brain, knowing that the chances are slim, could
Yeah.
potentially happen.
The thing
but
is,
be
it can
real
happen,
about
though.
it. Yeah, yeah.
It can happen. I'm not saying it can. What I'm saying is, it can happen. But the problem is with you,
Yeah.
it has to be not a hobby. It has to be something that you're thinking about every day.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, today, you should have been doing something to do with that. Tomorrow, you should have the next thing. Next day, you should have the next thing. It would be your life, though.
Yeah.
For these people, it's their life.
Life.
It ain't for you. It's just a hobby because you turn it to go-karting.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
So say, like, if you was to do your licenses now,
Yeah.
because, there's millions of cars you can drive. Like,
Yeah.
like even like the bangers and mash cars, it's still
Yeah.
racing.
Bang of the mash.
Like, what do you call it?
Banger cars?
Banger cars. Hungry though.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, even like them cars and that, like,
Yeah.
obviously, you could do it. Of course, you could.
Yeah.
You could do the licenses. You could do it, but it'd have to be. It couldn't just be a joke thing, though, innit?
Yeah.
You
If
have
you
to
want it
take
to be
serious.
serious, though,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
You know
I
what I'm
get
trying to
you, I
say?
get
I'm
you.
not doubting that you couldn't do it. I'm saying basically, you at the moment,
Yeah.
and the way your mindset is, like, it's not serious.
Yeah.
It's like wanting to be a football player and not playing football. Just going around playing five aside at
Playing
goals
FIFA.
every week or play FIFA,
Yeah.
thinking you're going to be a pro. It can't happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Unless you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah,
You
get
know
it.
what I mean? Like, you should be entering tournaments like consistently, go-karting tournaments.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I was
With
there.
the best
I was
people.
there almost like every week. I was there sometimes twice a week.
You should be gotta still be doing it.
You know
though.
what? Sometimes I regret
know
the
what I
amount of
mean?
money I spent on go-karting.
Yeah, but
at the same
yeah,
time,
but it's
I don't.
good, though. There's nothing wrong with it.
It was fun. I've
Yeah.
had about 100 races. You know.
Oh, really?
It's on my phone.
Yeah.
I think the last time I checked, I was podium on 82 of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I wasn't podium on, let's just say 18.
yeah.
But yeah,
That was good.
Yeah, it's
You got,
fun.
but you gotta keep doing it.
Keep
though.
it doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And
Remember that time you bought the one for you for Father's Day? And they went to the outside track.
You gave up.
Do you know what?
Gave
Did you
up.
get injured? Wasn't you injured?
It was not. It was hot.
Oh, it was hot.
It's so hot.
You broke.
What was wrong?
No.
Do you know
stop,
what? I remember what it was.
Stop. They came home
Yeah.
with
my
clothes,
God.
hats, shoes,
Helmet.
Hats.
helmets.
Yeah.
Helmet.
Full
Full
suits,
You still got that suit?
Yeah.
gloves,
Yeah.
shoes.
No.
You brought shoes.
I brought the gloves and shoes.
Yeah.
You just have the suit. and
They
helmet.
went
but I had
once.
suit and helmet.
He
Yeah,
went
yeah,
once. Had
Yeah.
come home with
but
a
he was
whole
still using
setup.
He goes though.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
I don't know where my helmet's gone, you know.
You got black and orange one. When I used to live here,
Yeah.
it was underneath my bed. Then I gave it to you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Probably in the loft.
Probably in the
Gathering dust.
Do you know what? Yeah, I swear you spent a fortune.
That was a
that
good
day.
what? It was like 200 something pound per
easy,
suit. innit?
easy, yeah. But big is, yeah. I remember we went go-karting.
Yeah.
And I remember, I was going to sound like a mad excuse in it. My B12 was low, man.
Oh,
No.
no.
My B12 was low, so my arms were all like basically I was all weak and that. So but I'm in this car.
Necking it. Was it your
Oh,
neck?
my arms. So do you know from holding the steering wheel and that?
You was messed up for
Dude,
days.
I was mashed up for ages.
I remember.
It carried on though after that.
Yeah,
And I
it
got
did.
sick,
Yeah,
you know.
it got sick.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I was mashed up. My go-kart, Mel, don't lie though, man.
Every time you go go-karting, the same excuse. I've got the slowest car.
Listen,
you
I
can't
weigh like
use it
double
every
he
time.
does. Listen,
Yeah.
my go-kart, we set off at the start of the race. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
You're on the left here,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
on the
gone.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I put my foot down, he put his foot down. He's gone. Instantly. We're on a straight. What am I supposed to do?
I feel like
Mario Kart in real life.
There's
there was-
nothing I could do anyway.
if there was like
Bowser.
if there was a way of like
Yeah.
balancing the car.
Balancing the cars.
If you had a faster car,
Yeah, but it's never going to work
it's
otherwise.
never gonna be like that, innit?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're way lighter. You drive more than me
Yeah.
in the karts and that. It's not really a fair test. Do you get what I'm
I think
saying?
it was a good gift though, innit?
It was a sick gift. It was a sick gift.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, but the car was a joke. It was so slow. I was getting overtaken by like grannies and that. Literally horrible.
Yeah, that was sick.
Waste
It
of
was fun,
time.
though.
But it was good though.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
been
yeah.
some mad fun things, man.
Yeah, I know,
mad
I know,
fun
I know,
things.
I know.
But we need to wrap it up right here because
You do need to wrap it up.
I gotta leave and go take Lorenzo to go get his little bits and bobs because he's
you
got
really are
football
doing that
back
now?
tomorrow. I've got to. So I'm on the way to the school run. So I'm gonna stop at Fort and then go by the school there and grab the boys.
All right, that's
Otherwise, he's not gonna have anything to take tomorrow, and he's got a list of things that he needs to get.
Oh, we start his scholarship tomorrow, doesn't
Yeah, it starts
I
back.
can't believe how fast the time has gone, you know. It's
Insane.
crazy.
Insane. We find out what
Absolute
squad
crazy.
number he's got. We've been doing it all over the socials and doing it all over. So let us know if you guess his squad number.
What's
It's
your
gonna be
guess?
in the I guess 122.
Mello?
I don't know what squad number is.
So
Football?
basically, do you know like the team?
Yeah.
The first team have like a set amount of numbers usually.
Yeah.
And then they have like a set amount of numbers for like under 21s.
Yeah.
Then it goes down to 18s. They're usually really high numbers in the hundreds.
Or in the hundreds.
Yeah. Something stupid.
So like if I can just say like 130 or
130.
Yeah, I'd
That's your
say that,
guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Mine's 122.
Okay, I'll say 115.
I feel like for some reason it's gonna be double digits, you know.
I don't. Does it really matter?
I feel like it's gonna be less than he's gonna be less in the hundreds. But I'm going 122.
No, I know. It's crazy, man. Can't believe
Mad.
it's like that about tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh, Sienna's performance will I probably go.
Oh my god!
You was there,
Have you
secret
seen
training.
it?
No,
Do you
I
see?
haven't. No,
I'll put
what?
it on TikTok. Sienna's performance. Meet the Greers TikTok. Check over there. We put up stuff all the time. Sienna done her first. I said it. Oh, what did I call it? I said recital. It's not. That's an American word, isn't it?
It was a recital. Yeah.
It's a recital, but
Yeah.
Anyway, she and a kid in her year. He played the electric guitar
Electric guitar.
and she played the piano.
Yeah.
First ever
You
played
ain't heard it yet?
First time ever playing this
I need to
piano.
see this.
And then
Good as I
Amy
know.
Winehouse Back to Black.
Yeah.
And I stood there and watched a couple performances before hers. And we had to leave straight after that because she had football trials.
Yeah.
And they're by far the best. I'm not even just saying
Were
it.
they?
We've got
I
lower.
need
I
to
didn't
see
go.
it. I need to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was good.
It was good.
It was good though.
Amy Winehouse Back to Black. She's self-taught.
She's good. I had
not
there was
one
one mistake
lesson.
in there. Let's not.
She
let's not
owned up
brush
to the
over
mistake,
it.
but the mistake that you heard and
I heard
she
it.
said was not the
I
same
think it's
mistake.
not a big mistake. Yeah, but I heard something. Do you know like when you're pressing the keys?
Yeah. But it's the piano, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a brand new piano that they'd never used before. And
No,
it wasn't
it's
weighted
not-
either. It wasn't a weighted.
I'm just saying that there was a
Yeah.
mistake in there. But it was,
But yeah, so she's self-taught and Mello's, they're the only two that can play piano in the house.
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously, I think Sienna got into it through you playing it all the time.
Yeah.
But they've just been really good about piano. I don't know if you can draw. Oh, yeah, you can draw as well.
Yeah.
So Sienna and Mello are the piano players and the drawers.
She copied me basically.
She's not copying you,
not
but she's
copying.
good though.
Hey, don't make me start though.
Oh, shut up. Anyways, guys,
Alright,
thank
catch
you
you in
for
the next
watching the
video.
podcast. Don't forget
Yeah.
to check us over on Spotify and listen to us if you prefer to do that. And we'll catch you in the next Family Circle
Yep.
podcast.
In a
Take
bit.
care. Bye.
Bye.